Hello everyone, we are a family of 4 living on an island in Northern Norway. Today we're going to sit down and answer some questions about our life in the Norwegian countryside. Thank you so much for all the questions you've sent in and for your support on this channel. My name is Carmijn.
And my name is Tor-Inge.
There are 2 schools nearby. Both of them are like 5 minutes with the car. So that's very nice. And on the left side of our village, or the left village where we are living, is a Montessori school. And I think for now we
Most
feel
likely
that will be the
Montessori.
best.
Yeah. But the homeschooling is very tempting to do.
So in Norway the kids go to school when they're 6 years old. So we have still some time. Torsten is 3.5. So we have a little bit time to think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, how far it is? You already said how far it is.
Yeah, it is 5 kilometers or...
Yeah, it's about
maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah, either direction about 5 kilometers.
Yeah.
And, but the good thing is the school bus comes to our door and pick up the kids and also deliver the kids when the school is finished.
Exactly, and in the winter is that very convenient.
Yeah.
Since we don't have a garage to store the car, so if it's like fully winter, then it's a lot of work to clean the car.
Could be a lot of snow in the morning or so we would shuffle out the car. And
and it's an electric school bus, a little bit cool.
Yeah.
So that comes in.
Everything is electric here, except my car.
Half electric.
Half electric.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
It is a long winter here, so from I think October, it's different maybe every year, but October is usually the winter or the first snow can come, and then you have...
Yeah, it can come also in September.
Yeah, that's early, but...
yeah, this depends a little bit. It's different from years to years. Some few years back, the snow didn't come before end of December.
Yeah. So we have potatoes and we take them out in maybe October or the end of September, depends a little bit on on how the summer was. And in May you still can have winter here, you still can have snow. You can also already have some spring then, but it can also beginning of June you can still have snow. But usually in the end of May, the spring is starting, so you have a very short growing season.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But the good thing is like this, that the sun is 24 hours, so they compensate for the short growing season. True. And everything grow more intensively.
Yeah, that's true.
Also. And then this, as a vegetable, so we compare them from the salt, it's better vegetable.
Yeah, that's true, because of this 24 sunlight.
Yeah. Vegetable is more tasty.
And also with the berries, and think also have effect on all the sun we have, or all the light we have, that have effect on so the growing season is short, but we have a lot of light, so it is for me difficult to grow things early, so it is or in the house, or you have to have a greenhouse.
Greenhouse, you have to prepare things so they have begin to come out before we plant it out in the garden. But
what I was used to in the Netherlands with gardening and growing vegetables or fruits, or it is a different climate here, and I'm still trying to learn and figure out how it's working. But winter vegetables and potatoes and onions, and so this is going good. But for the rest, I think you need to have a greenhouse. But we pick also a lot from nature already.
You can grow cabbage also.
Winter
cabbage, rutabaga.
Yeah, and there's a lot of wild rhubarb here, and you have also, of course, a lot of berries. So it's not only from our garden, but the nature also gives a lot of fruits.
Also mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, until now, so basically potatoes and onion, and this.
Green kale.
Green kale, yeah.
And last year I was also planting carrots, and we have a lot of berries in the garden, of course. But I was also last 2 years trying out many things, different vegetables, but vegetables, but they are mostly always dying. So or it grows very slow. So in the end, I don't have any fruits on it. So I have beans, it's growing good, and zucchinis, or it's growing, but I don't get fruit. And until that point, it's already autumn.
Yeah, our goal is to be basically more or less self-sufficient with food. That is a challenge because you actually need a greenhouse to do that.
But that's a big dream of us to have a greenhouse.
Big enough, so a huge greenhouse.
Yeah, that could be really good to have, and to be self-sufficient. I think it's a big subject, and of course we really want to be self-sufficient. But that is something what you maybe do step by step, and you can look at it in a lot of different ways. I mean, self-sufficient in food-wise, or electricity, or water, or we try to, of course, create enough firewood so we don't need to use electric ovens, because here we don't use gas.
We don't use gas.
So it is electric ovens. We have in every room a small electric oven, and for the rest we have wood stove.
And actually this wood stove we have, this is really good, and
a lot of heat.
What we bought from Italy, and that's
that will be enough.
This is more than enough. It's giving about 12.5 kilowatt.
Yeah, but it takes some time to really warm. So therefore you can use an electric oven if you want to have a little bit fast.
Yeah.
With the food.
Yeah,
it could be great. Yeah, to have your own meat and your own fish.
So, also, there is a possibility for us to fish, and there is some lake around also for trout and
cod in the ocean.
Yeah, in the ocean.
And of course, there's also a lot of wild meat here. Well, you have to have a license to be able to hunt. So that is also something what we should do together with somebody else if we want to do this hunting.
Yeah, because on the island here is too many of the mooses.
Yeah, a lot of moose.
So and that is really good meat.
Yeah, and reindeer you have, of course.
Yeah, reindeer, but this is private, so then you can't shoot them. You get in really trouble.
Yeah, and the sheep, the lamb meat you have. Yeah,
we have really good sheep and lamb meat here. This lamb here is growing much faster than other places.
And they're eating only berries.
They're eating all kind of good stuff.
Yeah.
And the grass here is a lot of protein in it, and of course they give you also omega-3.
Yeah.
So the meat is very, very healthy. Yeah. And in Norway it's lucky like this that there is no use of antibiotics in the meat.
That's
and if the animals is sick, then there are very strict rules about how you can sell your meat. How we met, that was that looks like it was meant to be in a way, because it had to happen a lot of things before this before we could get together. And Carmijn was the starters actually. Carmijn had some bad car accident for years back.
Yeah, and, I came into a car accident.
And you have been in all kinds of therapies.
Yeah.
Which didn't work.
No.
And by chance she came by me and without that accident, she wouldn't. This thing wouldn't happen.
No, he was working in the same city where I was. Finished studying already that time.
Yeah.
He was working there as a chiropractor.
Yeah.
And I think it really helped me, the treatment. That was the first time that something was really working. And in the beginning, it was later, maybe after a longer time, that we started coming really in contact with each other, and we started like talk, and we couldn't stop talking. We had the same
vision about
dreams
about everything.
And I felt a very strong connection together, and it was, of course, in the beginning, strange because we had an age difference, and only that it's not that simple. And
because,
then we found
normal. You won't find a normal. I wouldn't be able to find a girl who is that much younger than me.
But it clicked so
it's
so much, and it was so strong, the feeling what we had, that felt like love has no boundaries. I felt really like some home feeling, and you just know when it's the right thing.
Yeah.
What we did before we came to Norway, we are now 2.5 years here, and I've been always working as a singer-songwriter, an artist, and a music teacher. I had my own music school on different places in the Netherlands, and worked also in a music school for singing lessons. And I've been also educated in the Netherlands as a musician. And since we got Torsten, our first child, I actually stopped working out of the house. So I still worked online because we decided to move to Norway. And since then I worked online and started also as a filmmaker and started this YouTube channel. So that's what I did.
And me, as I said, as a chiropractor, I had my education from Palmer, Davenport, Iowa, which I'm really, really grateful for. It's a fantastic education, and it fits actually 100% perfect for me. This is it's so natural thing for me to do, and it gave me a lot of
you've been helping also
and
thousands of people.
I've been helping
with a lot of really big pain problems.
If I say how many, nobody will believe it, but it's a lot.
Yeah, so you have done so much for a lot of people with really intense pain problems and big problems.
All kind of stuff. You see, chiropractic is known for back pain. That is a small part of it, actually. Chiropractic is so much more than the back pain. But they have to do with the whole body, how your whole body is functioning. They have to do with how the nerve system is functioning, and how to address that. And then you can make changes what is extraordinary.
Yeah, in a natural way, without any medicine.
Without any drugs.
Yeah.
When you're growing up in Norway, you learn how to do mostly everything, because it's not like this that you pick up the phone and somebody helping you. There can be sometimes it's a long distance to, for example, to a garage or something. So you have to learn to repair your own car, and then you learn about electricity, how that is working, and then you learn about plumbing. And my father was in the construction business, so of course I was working for him and did all kind of work from driving big trucks and.
But you haven't been really carpenter, but you're just really handy.
So and all these things come quite natural for me. I think it's a little bit inherited from my grandfather was a carpenter, and he was really good on that, very exactly.
Yeah.
And it's very, very.
But it's not like this house, what we are renovating, it's not like you have done that before, but you see, you are also thinking about how should I do it, and you're thinking before. It's not like you have done it so many times that it's like a fast thing to do, and everything in this house is like old and not straight and have to be modified, so it's a challenge.
Everything is
you have to be creative also.
Yeah, exactly.
It's but you do a very great job. So, yeah.
Really, that's a lot. I really like food. I'm so happy that Carmijn can make good food. Really happy for that. And I've been making food since I was quite small boy. My mother was really good, and she taught me to cook.
Yeah, but what is your favorite?
So my favorite depends what it is. Today we go.
No, you have to choose one thing.
One thing. I can't choose one thing. There's nothing one thing.
I also have this. Maybe you can say like we like fresh food. We like high in taste.
Yeah.
Good quality. Maybe like wild meat or fresh fish or. Yeah. But if I really have to choose, then it will be Italian kitchen for me.
Italian kitchen is really unbelievable.
For me, the best kitchen, best food. Well, for me, it's very easy. For me, definitely, it's the autumn or fall.
And me, it's the spring.
Yeah. No, but I like all the seasons. Every season I like, and also that it is changing. I was sometimes thinking about what if you would live on an island where it's like always summer or always the same. Yeah, I like the
change.
Yeah. So now we're going slowly into autumn and winter, and then I'm looking forward to the snow and the northern lights and the cozy and the fire and but if I have to choose, then it's really autumn, my favorite season.
There's also a very nice season, but I really like it. Spring is nice because all the flowers coming, everything growing and blossom, and the birds and singing more, and everything get
more alive.
Yeah, exactly. That's the right thing to say. Get them more alive.
Yeah,
you really didn't before I took you a trip from a few years ago up.
Yeah, maybe we can also say that you are coming from this area. Yeah. So he been before we met in the Netherlands. You've been born here and grew up here and.
No, not exactly here on the island. I was.
Your grandfather
close, my grandfather was living
here on
a couple hundred meters from where we are living. So this is very, very strange. I actually came back there. I took my first steps.
Yeah. So for you,
some years ago.
Yeah, your roots are here.
So.
But we went together when we was in all this talking about Norway and about our plans, and then we was going here together the first time, and it was like fully winter
and storm.
February.
Bad weather.
And that was my first time I was here, and it really was fantastic.
I couldn't believe it.
It was really like storm, cold, everything. I was really enthusiastic. How you say? Yeah. And
so I was thinking, if you like this, then you're really great in the summer.
Yeah, then we went also in the summer. So I saw winter and summer, but that's only the 2 times and of course I've been in the house here, but I haven't been around the area, or I didn't knew so much. So I didn't knew the area. Yeah, my family is living in the Netherlands, and so I don't have any family here.
That's a little bit sad.
Yeah, that's the most difficult part.
You have a really great family.
Yeah, it's the most difficult part of moving here, and I'm still figuring out how to get balance in that, because traveling with the kids is also, maybe not so simple, and I try to get to know new people also around here. I go to, of course, to sport activities with the kids, or you start to learn to meet new people here on the island, and we have very nice neighbors, and Torsten also start to meet other kids, and so this
people's very friendly.
So I find it very very nice people here on the island, and I think also that they're coming more and more people on the island. I have also, of course, my brother and sister and parents, and I have also some girlfriends from the Netherlands where I still am a lot in contact with, so that's very great. And it's not so easy to have directly a new friendship like you had with somebody before in maybe your whole life, but I'm open to meet new people, and I think we're also very busy with our own family life and our house and everything what we're doing, and that it's also okay how it is now. And you have also family here.
Yeah, I have family. I have one of 5.
Yeah.
So they're also all of them living in Norway. Some is living more in the south, and if you're living up here in the north. I have my 3 kids from a previous marriage.
Yeah.
So it's living in Netherlands, and it's a little bit sad because
that's the same. It's also very difficult for us.
For Carmijn.
Yeah.
But
and for me too.
The good thing is that when we visit in the Netherlands,
we always go all together.
We meet.
And we're hoping, of course, that your kids also coming here and visit if the house is a little bit more finished. So we are looking forward to that. So that's also special when we see each other. Also, really then you have very nice time together. It's not like you go maybe in the Netherlands, you go for a cup of coffee or a short moment to visit. You really are like some days or week or 2 weeks maybe together, and it's also very nice
to look forward to.
Yeah.
Actually, I have only one good friend, which I had since I was 7, 8, 9 years old. So and we always kept in contact, and now it's even a little bit more because of.
Now you're living close by.
He's living only an hour away.
Yeah, so that's also very nice. So we visit.
Nice wife and nice
visit
kids
them also.
It could be really good to have a good restaurant. That was how when I was living in Germany or
it was
on the
more
border.
Normal.
Of course, then you have a lot of restaurants, all kind of different cuisines, and you don't have it here.
Where we are living here is really on the countryside, so there are no restaurants, no fast food or anything. There's like a small supermarket, 5 kilometers.
You can't really call it supermarket. Some villages, so you get the basic things.
Yeah. So if we go to the city like every 2 weeks or sometimes every week, depends on.
You go to Sortland.
And then we.
And they have a few big supermarkets, and you get
and a lot of course shops. But there is. What I see here is very normal to drink coffee together and have some lunch or a cake, or they have a lot of homemade cake here. And
really good cakes. People up here really making good cakes. Yeah,
that's true, and that's a little bit in the culture here that you going and drink coffee together. And of course we are also going home early with the kids. They have to go to bed, and we also enjoy making good food by ourselves. We like cooking, baking, so I don't really miss it. And I also grew up in a family. My father is also a very, very good cook. And
he's very good.
We also never so often went to restaurants because he makes so good food. So we was very satisfied, and I think maybe in the future, and now we don't thinking about to go on holiday because it's really beautiful here, but if we maybe go one time to Italy, what is our also one of our favorite countries, then maybe we go to restaurant there together with the kids, and that will be very
that would be nice.
Very nice.
Let's see what we my income, actually I have not income from work. No, I'm actually a pensionist, strange enough.
Yeah, so
so a very strange feeling.
Yeah.
And so I get that I have this what we call for minstepensjon, that it's not that much. This is basically so you cover, so you have something, you live from that. This is not what you
and of
can
course
afford, whatever.
We bought this house for a low price because it was in the family, so we are not creating a situation where we have to have a high income to pay all the bills,
loans and all those kind of things.
Yeah, and I'm trying to build something up with the YouTube channel, with the music, but I have a very limited time because of the children. But in the future, I could really like to work more as a freelancer and do more with videography and music, and you also like to work maybe someday, so we'll see how to.
I could like to work at least a couple of days per week, and that would be great.
Yeah.
So why Northern Norway? It was because that came naturally since I came from this place.
And
this place what I took over have been owned by the family.
Yeah.
So
I don't think it's nowadays
made it affordable.
I don't think it's nowadays easy to find a house here on the island. So we are lucky that we got over the house.
Now it's much more difficult because there's a lot of activity now on this island, and
but when we start talking about how we want to live our life, how we pictured it, then we could do that here. And it, of course, as you say, it was a different situation, that you came from here, you have your roots here, your rights, the children have the rights, they have passports here, so
all the social things,
so, and everything what we are dreaming of, how we want to live our life, we felt like this was the right place for us to start building that up.
Start and stay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how I say, the winters is not so bad because first of all, we are living on the coast.
Yeah, by the Gulf Stream.
And then you have the Gulf Stream going by, which heats up the water along the whole Norway. So the coast along the Norway is not really cold.
No, we have really winter. I'm not used to this. It is real winter. It is cold. But it's
not really
no,
that
but it's
cold.
not unpleasant cold. I don't know how you can describe it, but you have like water cold, but here it feels like very very dry cold, very crispy. This area very. Depends on the weather, but that's what is, I think, the good. I like that kind of cold, and there can come a lot of snow. Really, a lot of snow.
Usually the winter temperature is like 5, 6, 7, 8 degrees Celsius, and of course there is some time that is up to 16, and it can
minus,
come up. Minus,
we're talking about minus.
And it can come up to 20, but they're very, very seldom.
Yeah, sometimes minus 12, minus 16. I have experienced it since I'm not here. And during the day, it's under zero.
Yeah. But if you go inland, of course, then the temperature drops at once.
Exactly. For example, Sweden, if you go more inland, then it is much colder than here.
Then
so,
minus 20, 25 or 30 or so. No, that's what it is. So cabin fever. I have never been depressed when it is.
It is also very cozy in the winter.
Yeah, it's cozy. And,
what I said, this contrast here between light and dark, it's very fascinating. And
you adapt to the nature. That's what's important.
That's what
you
we try
adapt
to
to
do.
How the nature is.
Yeah. And
the season is.
I think we just have it very cozy inside, and we don't feel. We still go a lot outside. We're still busy with taking all the snow away, and you have very short daylight, but you're still outside, and that you have very little daylight. That's only 2 months.
Yeah. In December, January.
Yeah, so in the beginning of the year, January, February, then March, that's maybe really winter months here. But then the light is back, and it's like a winter wonderland outside.
So nice when you see the suns begin to come up, and the days getting longer. And
so I think we're also a lot outside, so we don't have this cabin fever. No.
Plan with the house. This is a very, very small house. This is only 60 square meter in a living area is 120 to the first and second floor.
Yeah, but we have a big barn also to store things, so that's nice. But you have
there is a basement also.
Yeah, you have we have 2 bedrooms and a small in between room. Yeah. And you have the living room and a kitchen, small bathroom and pantry.
So we open up everything downstairs, so it's looking a little bit more spacious. But we was thinking about to extend the house with about 40 square meters. That would be nice.
But we still don't know if we are going to do it. For now, the priority is to finish what we are doing already. All the details, what came after what we've been doing now, and to renovate upstairs, and that's already a lot, so we are going to focus on that first. And for the real future plans for later years or longer, I would say we didn't decide yet how to do it, so it depends.
We will see.
So for now we continue how we.
So make a greenhouse over the whole house.
That is the ideal situation. That is our dream, to make a greenhouse, partly a greenhouse around our own house. So partly glass, but that can be maybe very expensive.
Yeah,
so
unfortunately, most likely
try
too expensive.
Let that dream a little bit.
But you never know.
On the background, but it is a dream. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it answered all your questions. Please let us know in the comments below if you have more questions about our life in the north, and we will try to plan another Q&A video in the future. For now, I just want to say have a great week, and I see you next Sunday in a new video.